Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are back at the tractor and we're actually getting ready to go out into the field. As you can see off in the distance there, I've been cutting some hay. I actually cut some yesterday trying to get a little bit of a head start, but I cut up until dark after we had a rain shower yesterday evening, and they were calling for a severe thunderstorm, but the clouds actually split apart and went on each side of our property, and we just barely got a little bit of rain. So I thought, well, you know what? After that, I went out there and I started mowing, trying to get a jump start on today so I didn't have to mow nearly as much in one day. So I done that and mowed until dark, which it only gave me about 2 hours of mowing or something like that. So not a whole lot, but a little bit. But I was planning on coming back out here and getting started at 8 o'clock this morning and trying to get the rest of this down and then go ahead and ted it, so that, you know, it can get it up off the ground and kind of start drying out good. But then I woke up and had a major migraine this morning, and my stomach all messed up and all kinds of stuff. So it is currently noon. So I just now got to the point where I could get out and do something and kind of knock that headache out enough to be able to function a little bit. We're going to go hit this and we're going to get the hay, hopefully the rest of the hay mowed. Then we're going to grab the tedder and go ahead and just ted what I done yesterday and today both. It seems like I'm always so pressed for time, so I'm gonna try to get you some footage and stuff out here of the mower running. In fact, I really want to get some footage of the far end, because the hay out there is really thick and really tall, and I couldn't be more impressed with this Befco sickle bar mower. This thing eats through this hay like it's nothing. And I wouldn't have never thought that, because everybody always says, no, you want to get a disc mower and all that. I'm sure a disc mower would do better and you could go faster with it, but I can run second gear in high range in this thing out through that big tall hay, and it just knocks it down and doesn't even miss stuff. It doesn't leave strings of hay or anything. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'll try to get you some footage of that and show you how well this thing's working. So follow along with us. Hopefully we can get finished up today. So it's a little windy out here. I hope that this sound comes through on this okay. But I just wanted to show you the height of our hay right now because of us getting such a late cut on it. A lot of this hay is up chest height or pretty doggone close to it. It's hard for me to get that in the camera, but I mean, this stuff is just crazy high. As you can see, it's already kind of brown on the top, but just look at it beside the tractor and you can see a lot of the hay is up to the height of the rear tire. And the rear tire on there is about 5 feet, maybe a little bit taller than that. So this is some very tall hay, and it's really thick. I'm actually really pleased with the hay, other than the fact that I'm getting such a late cut on it. And I'm pretty sure that I can kind of chalk that up to the Superline Plus that we applied to it. I'm gonna try to have a video more on that really soon, because I need to do my soil samples and all that kind of stuff and actually see what my pH levels are. But even early this spring, 4 weeks ago, this was ready to cut, and my neighbors' places were nowhere near, like they didn't look nearly like my fields did. And I'm pretty positive that that has to do with the Superline Plus and the fertilizer that we put on there, because in years past, ours is always behind everybody else. And some other folks that I speak to, they always say that it's behind because we're up here on this hill, and those other people's are always like down in the valley and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get that together for you here really soon, get our soil samples in and all that kind of stuff. We may have to add a little bit more Superline Plus, because we did have a really harsh winter, and you know, it had a lot of ice and had quite a bit of snow and stuff, and snow and ice is very acidic to your soil. So you know, the Ron at Superline Plus said that we may need to reapply some, but just not as much as we did the first time, just to kind of give it that little bump where we had such a rough winter. So anyways, I just wanted to share this part with you right in the middle of things, just take a break and show you how tall this hay actually is and how thick it is. Our Befco sickle bar mower is buzzing through this stuff like nobody's business. And I actually had to quit a little while ago because I did break a knife section on it, so I had to go replace that. But I'm back up and running. Man, it just cuts so slick, and even in this tall stuff, and I can run second gear, which is 6.2 miles an hour, buzzing out through this thick stuff, and I'm just so impressed with that. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to mowing, and I'll try to get you a little bit more footage here and there, so stay tuned. It's kind of crazy what a difference just a few hours makes. I cut the outer section of this field last night, and it was getting dark. It was right around 9 o'clock. And then I come out here and actually finished up this little section today, and just the difference of what this has been laying here since it was cut at 9 o'clock last night. Of course, it's 4 o'clock today, so it's laid here most of the day, but you can already see a huge difference between what just one day of curing pretty much and fresh cut looks like.